What is up? This is Morgan Hickman. This is World's Strongest Reviews, and this is NFL Edition Power Rankings. Yes, I know. Right before Week 5 begins, I'm filming this like an hour and a half before the game starts. Who cares? We're gonna do it. And yes, not consistent with my every 4 week rule. We're switching up a little bit this year. I'm gonna do them more in random order. I've had a lot more work to do, and it's tough juggling so much stuff. Predictions will still be always with the predictions. Power rankings, you might see this again week 9 or so. But let's get right into it. God damn it. Okay, 32. 32 teams, and this is the worst. We got the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, sorry guys. You've looked worse week by week. Sad that they're here in a season that was supposed to be, you know, getting it together, and they're not looking like that right now. I'm not saying they couldn't beat these other bad teams. The good thing about the NFL this year is there is a lot of mix-ups. There's a lot of up and downs, a lot of surprises. The teams, it's more of a jumble. It's not so stretched, giant clumps. The Patriots aren't in their own fucking tier anymore. It's mixed up. Sadly, though, some things never change. Browns 32. 31, we got the Dolphins. Big surprise. Playoffs last year, lost Tannehill, starting poopy, stinky Jay Cutler, and they're even worse than I thought they would be with him. God damn! Number 30, we got the San Francisco 49ers. They have looked good. They have not looked terrible, but they still lack a win. And I think they're going to get some. They've had a tough opening schedule, 3 divisional games, plus the Panthers. And so they really haven't hit their winnable games yet. I think they will get some of them because they're definitely in there. That offense needs to get it together, though. Score some points. 29, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Look like crip. On Sunday, I watched a bit of that game because it was close, and it was not a measure of really either team like winning. It was just they both sucked, and which one was going to not lose, I suppose. Because 28, we got the Jets who won that game, but not much to say because, yeah, both teams look real bad. Jets pulled it out, so I got to put them ahead of the Jags. But, I don't know. Bilal Powell's good, and they have some parts. The defense played good. Apparently not a winless season, so actually it's already a victory. Hey, there you go. 27, we got the Colts. Yeah, they got whooped in the second half Sunday night against my Seahawks, but they played good. Showed stuff. Jacoby Brissett was a good signing. Really good signing. With maybe one more win, he could save your fucking season and a lot of jobs in your coaching staff. Still not, great though. Not a great team. 26, Los Angeles Chargers. Winless. Talented, but winless. And the fact that they lost to the Dolphins in week 2, not good. I can't believe they're this bad. It just doesn't make sense. They have, I don't know, 25, and we'll see who's the worst team, I guess. And because I think they're so close, Giants. They play this weekend, both winless, both talented. The Giants have been getting a bit closer and have lost to better teams, I'd say. Still, not good. No bueno. 24, we got the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals, climbing the ladder, got their first win against the Browns, but obviously the offense looks a lot better under the laser. So, I don't know, maybe things could turn around because I do think they have talent as well. Just got to figure that offense out. 23, this one's tough. Just based on what we saw recently, I'm going to go with the Bears at 23. Chicago Bears, Yeah, I mean, we'll see how that quarterback situation played out. I picked him to win this week because I did like what saw from Trubisky in the preseason. That could be a total mirage. He could suck ass, but they do have a run game. They do have a pretty good line. So they're not as abysmal as some might think. And I don't know. I think the Trubisky thing could only be good because Glennon was. Um, we got 22. The Arizona Cardinals stringing wins together, but not looking good doing it. Their wins are pretty against pretty bad teams and not convincingly at all. Even though that was a fun end to that game, dramatic, still not good. And yeah, Sans David Johnson, no good will come of that. 21, we got Baltimore Ravens. Yikes, that offense. And now the defense is just crunched up and mangled, and it's not looking good. I thought they would be pretty good this year, but didn't foresee these things. Then again, though, they didn't really draft or bring in any offensive talent except for maybe Jeremy Maclin, which the Chiefs were fine parting with, but yeah, so still maybe a capable team, but right now, looking dismal. 20, we're going with. Oh, sorry. Yeah. 20, we're going with the Vikings. Just like last year, only quicker. I mean, this is what happens though when Sam Bradford goes out, your quarterback, and then your new star running back goes out the next week or two or whatever. But brutal. I mean, the weak thing was their offense, and it's been gutted again. Defense looks good at home, but on the road, when the offense is going out that fast, they're by the end of the game they're tired. Vikings not in a good spot right now. Talented team, but down in the dumps and injuries. In fact, the story of these next three teams are all pretty much the same, and that's why they're here. They're good teams that would be higher, but due to a major injury, quarterback, they're lower, and so at sorry, that fucked everything up. At 19, we have the Titans. Um, Obviously, good team, but you lose Mariota, and they might be getting at me. We beat the Seahawks. We should be above you. Yeah, you beat us when you had Mariota, and at this point, you don't. You'll get them back, and you'll rise right back. Assuming. I mean, you didn't look good against the Texans, but yeah, minus your quarterback, I gotta knock you down quite a few pegs. So number 18, we got the Raiders. Same reason, good team, loses quarterback, got to put you down. They weren't looking too good against the Broncos the last couple weeks, actually, losing against the Redskins. Yeah, weird. That offensive line not looking so good. What's up with that? Still trust them, but yeah. Okay. Raiders at 17, 16, we got the Saints. They're showing something. Defense might be coming together. Won the last couple. Things are starting to trend in the right direction. Gonna have to show me something more. But at this point, I think you could beat all the teams below you. So I'm sticking you right there. 15. Seattle Seahawks. Good win. Decisive victory Sunday night. Still a good team, but definitely having, for what they were projected and what a lot of us thought they would be, this is a disappointing season, definitely. And now, unfortunately, Chris Carson goes out. That's shitty because he was a really good-looking guy, but the running back position is more. We have more depth there. Really, it's Cliff Averill going out that sucks. I hate seeing that. Granted, the line wasn't doing great the last couple weeks. That stinks. Yeah. Number 14, Carolina Panthers. You beat New England on the road. Definitely shut up the critics for a week. nice on Cam Newton for then like, he's riding high and he's like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna like fucking joke about this woman. It's just why what could come of that? You know, it's like, oh, that was definitely gonna go well. Anyway, back to football though. Good defense, pretty good defense. Patriots come up a bit, but that's the Patriots. They're putting up ungodly numbers. It looked good before, like suddenly it switched, and then the offense which had sucked, now looks really good. It's hard for me to put a beat on the Panthers. I do think they're a good team, but I can't put them that high because they've been sort of inconsistent. 13, we got the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're still a good team. This Now we're getting into the realm of like a lot of these teams games could go either way. Granted, I obviously place them above other teams. Where this is a tight top of the list right here, starting here. So yeah, Cowboys still a good team, can swing with the best. Obviously, some problems with the defense right now, and Zeke's getting stopped. But I think that's just because this year people are really preparing for him. And the line isn't as good. Number 12, we got the Houston Texans. Big win, huge win, but you still, you lost to the Patriots, and apparently that's they're a beatable team. So, can't put you that high, but I think they're definitely fucking going in the right direction, and they will probably only get better. I did pick them to lose this week, but I also said I wouldn't be surprised if they won. This is the real test, and but for now, put them at 12 because they're looking good. They're definitely looking good. 11, Buffalo Bills. Probably the first or second, maybe second biggest surprise of the year. Huge upsets the last 2 weeks. Looking good, well coached, strong defense. Offense is doing just enough. Yeah, I don't know, riding high. Weird. Number 10, we got the Washington Redskins / racial slurs. They're definitely looking way better than I thought they would. Holy shit, that defense looks good. And it got decimated throughout the game. I don't know how many of those guys will make it back in the next couple weeks. But for now, shit, they look good. They almost beat the Chiefs on the road, and they beat the Raiders the week before. They are looking way better than I thought. Way better. I eat my own words. Number 9, we got the New England Patriots. At number 9. How is that possible? They're still pretty high, actually. I think some people will place them lower. Because at this point, worst defense in the league. What the fuck is that? I don't know. But the offense still looks fucking almost unstoppable. And they're still the Patriots, so you got to put them top 10, but mortal. Highly mortal. Number 8, Detroit Lions. They're looking good right now. They, like I might have said this, I think a lot of people spat on them after last year, said like that was a fluke, they got lucky, this won't last. It's lasting and it's improving. They are looking good. Finer than a motherfucker. And so I got it. Yeah, I got to put them up here. Show me more, Detroit. Show me more. Number 7, Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're finally getting going. Le'Veon Bell had that big game. They got a decisive victory over the Ravens, and they hadn't won in Baltimore in like fucking at least 7 years or something. So they're rounding into form, and still a top team. Can't wait to see them. They play Kansas City. Not this week, but the one after, and that is going to be good. So we'll see. But right now, yeah, number 7 ain't bad, though. Number 6, probably the biggest surprise of the year, Los Angeles Rams. What an indictment, and this term has already been used, but I can't help but say it because it's the truest thing. It's an indictment on Jeff Fisher. Holy shit. I mean, Sean fucking McVay or Shawnee Boy or whatever, that dude has stepped in and taken that team to like maximizing their potential. They also got that Whitworth or Whitlock or whatever the offensive lineman in there, and he's like now he's protecting Goff completely. He's looked great. The defense actually isn't looking that great under Wade Phillips, but they're doing just enough, and the offense is also doing just enough. What a fucking kicker! I don't know. They're interesting on all levels right now. This is insane, especially I mean as a Seahawk fan, like what our last game against them last year left you not respecting the Rams. So I picked them to win this weekend against the Seahawks. So this is how much I respect the Rams. Damn it! I also never liked Jeff Fisher, though, so him being good. Sean McVay, that's it. Sean McVay, that's the coach. Okay, we got number 5. We got the Philadelphia Eagles. They're looking good. They are looking good. Their one loss was against the Chiefs on the road. I think they're only going to get better. Fletcher Cox being out is a hit right now. Best player on the team, but he should be back, and I don't know. I think they might win that division this year. Things are very interesting. I like watching the Eagles. They are a fun team at the moment. 4. Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron freaking Rodgers. Decimated on Thursday night, and they still whooped the Bears. So, Packers are still up. Number 3, Atlanta Falcons. This might be, a little presumptuous. Might be a little unsure because they haven't been winning. Their only decisive win was against Green Bay. So that really left them trustworthy. But their other wins, not so trustworthy. So they weren't going to be as good as last year with that just psychotic offense. Going to come down to earth a little, but they still have basically most of the same guys. Vic Beasley's out, but I trust him still. I trust him to win games. They're number 3 for me. Number 2. Ooh, they're back. Denver Broncos. Oh, yeah. That defense looks ridiculous all over again. Trevor Siemian looks like a completely competent quarterback. He's slinging it. The offense looks complete. Jamal Charles is back. Everything's back. The Broncos are real good again. Hallelujah. There you go, number 2. But number 1, in the best division in football, well, maybe not anymore, with Derek Carr being out and the Chargers being poop. But they're the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think they're by any means like far and beyond the number 1. I think they could lose to, again, anyone in the top 10 on, who knows? They've been lucky they've gotten the right teams at home. The big win to start the year off, though, cemented them until they lose as the best team in the NFL. No one's really arguing it. Man, if they only had Eric Berry still. Oof. But till I see him beat, and I don't think many people would argue that. Okay, that's the power rankings, week 5. And so if I picked the Pats to win, and I essentially did this list as if the Pats win tonight, kind of with that in mind. If the Bucks manage to win, I would move the Bucks up like probably 3 spots right in between. They'd be number 15 in between the Seahawks and Panthers. I would probably move the Patriots. Oof, I'd have to move the Patriots right below them and maybe above the Seahawks. So 15 Bucks, 16 Patriots, 17 Seahawks, and then from there everything. But yeah, Or would everything rise one? Fuck that. I'm not doing that right now. But yeah, that's where I'd put the stuff. If that upset happens, and we'll see. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm going to go run to the art museum because it's free night and I'm cheap. And then I'm going to watch the game in a bar. Until next week with the predictions, I will see you later. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe in the comments, and yes, 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 football.